Top story of the day, Kogalo have been crowned the KPL champions for the record 21st time. And of course now they shift focus to the CAF Champions League set for 2024-2025. Let's look at how the crowning moment went down at the Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos.
You see today, I want the supporters, not just of Kogalo, but of all teams to come out in their thousands to support the teams, you know, because Kenyan football is coming back. There's no doubt it's been on a low point for a few years, but we can get Kenyan football back to the really high standards, you know, full stadiums, high quality football, high quality pitches. So that's what I want to see over the next 3 to 5 years. All these new stadiums that are being built, I want to see them full with fans like today. And, you know, I'm going to be looking on now as a fan, not just of Kogalo, but of the Kenyan League in general.
That's Coach Jonathan McKinstry, basically a happy man there, crowning moment. Jacob, I'll begin with you. Too easy for Kogalo, or probably we need to give them what they deserve?
I won't take them the joy from them, and I need to give them their flowers. First of all, congratulations, Coach McKinstry. But then for the record, I was among the first journalists in this country to have a one-on-one with him when he was coaching Uganda Cranes that time. I remember in Kampala when he was introducing to us the likes of Karim Watambala, you know, and the rest. And he has come here for 2 seasons in a row. He has won it. What a nice way to sign out from the team. And really, even when we talk about the league being easy for Kogalo or not, we need to remember that there are other teams that are well endowed when it comes to resources and other things. They have not been able to replicate what we see. Talk about teams like Bandari, for example, teams like Tusker FC and all that. So Kogalo winning the league way even before the final day of the league just speaks about how organized they are compared with other teams. And we give their flowers. Now, what is the main issue is going forward, how they do from the level of the Premier League to the Champions League. Of course, teams always remain. Coaches and players come and go. But it's unfortunate that last season, Kogalo won it. They did not go for the Continentals. This time round, there was another chance for even McKinstry to test the Continentals with Kogalo. Now he's going to something else. And really we wish that the foundation that has been laid is going to be there. So I know it's a moment of celebrating, and I don't want to take anything from Kogalo, but already we are reading that somebody has gone to court and wants to, you know, to challenge even Kogalo's place in the Continentals, a former coach, you understand? And these things we have always spoken saying that really it is so bad, and it will be so bad when players, when coaches and everybody has given their all, and then because of some maybe paperwork that was not done well somewhere, somebody was not, handled well, then a kick of playing the Continentals is taken away. So congrats Kogalo, and we continue to enjoy the moment. Hongera sana, but we hope that really we will see Kogalo in the Continentals.
Shitera, we'll see Kogalo in the Continentals, Isia says, but last time out they won the title. They didn't go because of what I'd call boardroom issues. Do you think they are prepared this time around?
And how I wish, as Isia put it, Coach McKinstry will rescind his decision and guide this team to the Continentals, because
he'll be telling us that shortly.
Because he has really done a very good job. Last season he did it. It was not his fault, but the administration really messed, and they were not at CAF. But again, when we last saw Kogalo, they really went to a point that they were qualifying into the next stage. But unfortunately, the same administration, poor planning, messed the whole plan when they were heading to Berkane, a match that they could have easily won. But due to poor planning, they fell because the match was played some few minutes after the players had arrived. So I just pray that the chairman, Ambrose Chair, who has really brought glory to Gor Mahia since the time he came in, he has tested, I think, the local league 9 times. So locally, he's exhausted. Let him show us what he can do at the continental stage. Yanga have done it. Simba have done it. And they benchmarked with Kenya in 2011, 2012. So they are becoming good students than the teacher. So in this view, I would challenge Gor Mahia, show us that we can do it. The same way you did it in 1987. 1987 to 2024, I think we are old enough because some of us were born during that time when you are winning the Mandela Cup.
Absolutely.
Do it again in our lifetime so that we can really enjoy. But again, kudos Gor Mahia. You've shown FC Leopards, you've shown Tusker, you've shown Bandari, you've shown Kenya Police what should be done in football to win it.
Wycliffe, Kogalo winning the title with the games to spare. Some would say probably this was not the strongest Gor Mahia compared to the squad of 2015. The likes of Mika Olunga, Medi Kagere, Ali Abondo, Baba Kizito winning that title unbeaten. But still you can say, despite the grey areas, they still bagged the gong. Probably, what do the other teams, the chasing pack like Tusker, Police, Bandari, what must they address probably to challenge Kogalo next time?
I think, first of all, you give them their flowers. They did well. They've been doing well in the recent past in the league. Now, Gor is a top team, even regionally. It attracts a lot of attention from even the scouts regionally. And this is a team that also attracts some of the best players. And sadly, it also attracts the scouts as well. So people look out for Gor and want to also pluck some players from there, which also has led to the weakening of the team somehow. And teams like Tusker, Kenya Police now, what they need to do is just find out what is it that the magic that Gor has. Is it in terms of how are the players usually motivated when going into matches? What is Rachel doing? What is the coach of the team doing to propel these players or to motivate these players going into these matches? And also the motivation, I think, should be aiming not only for the local league, but also aiming to compete continentally. When you have that motivation in mind, then I think it will propel them to perform better in the league.
Motivation here, you mean the finances?
There is finances, and also there is things like training grounds, infrastructure, and all that, yeah.
Absolutely. Zita, I know you're itching to go, but talk to...
she's representing Gor Mahia.
She's very green today. Zita, probably, what's your thought? Benson Omala bagging the golden boot. This was a close call, a close shootout, rather, between him and Tito Kello of Uganda. And Makwata. But at the final day, Omala took it home with 19 goals. Probably the best striker locally this season. What do you make of that?
Oh, the best striker locally this season, but again, you have to look at the backing of the team. They have a very good midfield. They have very good wingers who are not like unajua kuna team wenye ukienda hapo everyone wants to score. They don't want to support the striker. But again, he has a very good support, and I really wanted him to win this so that he can be motivated. Last season, ilimtoka kwa mdomo because Rupia took it from him. And again, for him winning this, it's bringing him back to the confidence he had, because you remember the deal between him going to outside the country didn't work, and then it really brought him down. For me, him winning that, it is, I'm so happy for him. And then something else, Tito, of course, he had an injury. Sorry, I hope he's doing very well during yesterday's game. And then him bagging again 17 goals, 17, if I'm not wrong, 17 goals again. Makwata, 17 goals. It can tell you what is happening. There's a competition in the Golden Boot race. Something else that I just wanted to add on what my colleague was saying about the financial thing. There is, when you want something good, you have to invest in it. You know, Gor Mahia are really investing in these players. Good pay, good pay. Again, directly to the of course, there's an agreement between them and the sponsor. The players are being paid directly. So when you have something, you want something good, you have to invest. Gor Mahia have invested in that. Tell me about, of course, there's Tusker, of course, there's KCB, of course, there's Bandari. Don't tell a player that, of course, you're coming with this man, you want to be paid this money, but again, from us to Meshach a rule, like, we are not paying player on any amount more than 50,000. You know, those are the things that are really making this team going down. So you have to invest on what you want to do it. If you want to attract good players, if you want to attract, even if you want that trophy in your house.
So in 10 seconds.
Let me add this, and I think on this one I have no mercy at all when it comes to clubs like Bandari. You know, Wycliffe is talking about finances and motivation, and I'm looking like the sponsor Bandari, the sponsor Tusker, and I'm thinking that they can do way better when it comes to that.
Where are you living? KCB?
KCB, of course.
Yes.
So I'm talking about the hunger, the intention, the desire to do it. First of all, Kogalo, from the management to the fund, they are going to demand. And the question is, for example, you look at the caliber of players that some of these clubs sign. For the longest time, we have been having very average players playing for teams like Bandari, for example. And I don't fear when I'm saying that, because even you look at the representation of the national team, it has not been good. So it's time, if you want to compete against Gor Mahia in this city, sign quality players. Don't just give a coach average players and expect
them to do well enough.
And that's...
I mean, in the team. And then secondly, is to say this. You know, Swila, we have mentioned about going to the Continentals. Now, we do not know who is going to be the next coach, Kogalo, as McKinstry goes to Gambia. We are just a few days to start. We are going to the Sekafa Club Championship. I think the earlier, the better, so that we are able to know the team and the organization.
Just something, let me talk about a little bit about Tusker. Tusker, there's a little bit of transition where they want young players to come in the team, and then the old players are being moved. And then again, you look at it, you need these old players in the team so that you get experience to help the young players to do what, to even to compete in the league. Absolutely.
And to the trivia question, which will lead to you walking away with this Euro jersey, and of course they are original jerseys. We are asking you, who has scored the most goals in UEFA history, including the qualifiers? The first two to get that question right will walk away with